G'day, I'm Scott Tinsley and I'm a HSC lead for NortConnex in the New South Wales business. I'm here with Simon Tully, the HSC lead, to look at the water management system in the NortConnex tunnel, right through from the water in the tunnel here through to the water treatment plant.
Welcome to NortConnex, hope you enjoy your tour. Imagine a scenario here, we've got a vehicle, it's broken down. There may be some hydrocarbons that are leaking from that vehicle, and they're going to run back down into the drain, the stormwater system. We're going to take you on that journey from here all the way to low point sump, all the way up to the buffer tanks, through the water treatment plant, all the way through to the end. We hope you enjoy.
So the other source of water that we need to manage in the tunnel is groundwater that comes into the tunnel. As we can see here, we get a lot of water that comes in from the sides. It is high in iron. That iron hits the oxygen in the air and forms iron oxide, and that's the orange precipitate here that we can see in the drain. So all this groundwater then drains down into the low point sump. So this is the low point sump. As the name suggests, this is the lowest point in the tunnel. All the stormwater and groundwater from both streams in the tunnel ends up at this point. From our scenario before, we had a four-wheel drive that leaks in fuel or oil. This is our first chance to separate that contaminated material off into a separate compartment. The operators can do that from the control room, and that can hold that contaminated water down here until it's managed at a later date. All the other water, from stormwater or groundwater, ends up in these pits below the floor here, and then it's pumped through all this pipework back up to the water treatment plant on the surface. Water from the low point sump gets pumped up here to our buffer tanks. We've got two 200 kilolitre water tanks here that can hold that water before it goes into the water treatment plant. Okay, so the water comes up from the low point sump to our buffer tanks outside, then comes through into this tank here where the water's mixed with some pH adjustment and some coagulants and flocculants. It then makes its way into here, into the DAF plant, which is dissolved air flotation. So here, micro bubbles of air are pumped into the water from below, and as those bubbles rise, they bring the solids to the surface. The solids are then collected by these oars, which then push the solids off into the end. The solids go over to the screw press, and we'll talk about that in just a second. The water then goes out the back and continues in the process. Okay, so the solid material that comes off our DAF plant comes through the screw press here, which removes the excess water. That excess water goes back to the start of the process where it's further treated again. The solid material that we end up with here is all our iron oxides. They were previously sent to landfill, but their DM roads are now sending those to their re-economy plant to be reprocessed into bitumen. This is a reverse osmosis plant. It removes all the very fine particles, also removes hydrocarbons and also any salts such as metals. That leaves us with a brine reject which can go to trade waste and fresh water which goes to our local creek. This is the same process that Sydney Water used to turn seawater